community, and you're listening, hearing, watching The Michael Finkley Show.
Yo, what's up? I'm Tony Terry, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show. You gotta listen to The Michael Finkley Show. I do. Peace.
My name is Rhonda Saunders. I'm shouting out The Michael Finkley Show, okay?
See, I like her, you know. I like her because of her edges, you know. Because she got that baby hair.
If you are not watching The Michael Finkley Show, you are behind the times. Catch up and watch my brother Michael Finkley wherever he is.
All right.
This is Diamond Jack, and I would want to shout out Michael Finkley. He's amazing, y'all, and I love him so much already, and I just met him.
This is King Randall. Right now, you're watching The Michael Finkley Show on YouTube and RokuTV.
Michael, 150 shows and counting. Keep the interviews coming. I pray you nothing but many blessings as you continue to inform, educate, and inspire. God bless.
'Cause I've been working all my life just to make it. If I can make it through the night, just to see a brighter side. If I can make it through the night, just to make.
Hey, welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. Thanks for joining us today. Y'all, 150 shows! Goodness! 150 shows. I would never ever imagine 19 months ago when I launched the Michael Finkley Show, April 13th of 2020, that I would be at this point, at this very, very time. It is just bittersweet. It really is. And I always say this, I always describe my blessings as a yellow brick road. It's just amazing. I remember when I first started, I just wanted to, get local people that I knew and, tell their stories and, just motivate and inspire not only myself and themselves, but the people that are watching. And that's what we continuously do. Now I'm getting calls from agents, and I'm getting calls from, I'm getting calls from agents and PR reps and, it's just people everyday people that have incredible stories, and they want to be on to share their story. They see something on our platform and they trust. It's honest, it's genuine, it's authentic, and it's just amazing. It is amazing. 150 shows, over 250 people interviewed. I'm not sure where the future is going to go with this, but I definitely know who holds the future, and I'm going to keep going until he says it's done. Wow. And the different connections that were made around this time as well within these 19 months, it's just amazing. I was on a live not too long ago, IG live, watching someone and I interviewed that's really major in the industry, like actor, musician, Grammy nominated singer, writer, like he's some big stuff. And I commented in the chat and I said, "Hey, how are you?" And he was like, "Yo, Finkley, yo, Fink." I get that a lot. A lot of the people that I interview now, and I reach out to them again, either text or phone call or on social media, they're like, "Yo, Fink, I love it. You better shout my name. Hey, you better shout out my name." I love it. But it's just amazing, the different connections that were made, and in politics and the media, entertainment, government, and they know me by name. It's just amazing. I had an advisor when I was in college, and she always looked at me and she said, "Baby, your name is going to be great. Dr. Gloria Simmons, we love you." She was my advisor all 4 years when I attended Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina, my HBCU. And she always told me that, "Baby, your name is going to be great." Now I know what she means. I know what she means now when she says that, when she said that. And I always remind her constantly, remember what you said, remember what you said, remember what you said. And it rings volumes now to me. So thank you so much for that encouragement. It's lasted me all these many years into this present moment. Yeah, I can go on and on and on and on and on, but we have some awesome people to help us celebrate this awesome event with us. Arischa, girl, where you at? Yeah, she is doing it up when it comes to the different various shows on Hulu and Apple Plus, and she's gonna tell you all about them, y'all. She's gonna tell you all about them. And also too, Keith Brown is with us, y'all. Another awesome actor. You've seen him on television shows on NBC and CBS. Not gonna name him because he's gonna talk about those, but they're gonna help us celebrate, and you have to stay tuned to watch and hear their stories. We're still telling stories, y'all, to inform, educate, and inspire you, me, everyone around us. So don't you go away. 150 shows, y'all. Back in the moment. Coming up, Arischa Connor. Back in a moment.
Protector and provider, super.
Hey, what's up? It's Presley Tennant from The Voice, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show on Roku and YouTube.
And made it brighter. Wish it could be half that strong.
On the next Michael Finkley Show, you're entering the circle. Y'all, I'm talking about the Netflix television show. The Circle Mama is here. Season 3's Michelle Ryder. This lady is too funny.
It's nothing. So now every time I get 100,000 followers, I ask him how many does his little smart mouth.
Next Finkley, Monday. Keeping your skin flawless and clean is important, and I have the products just for you. Welcome to Mimi's Natural Pantry, where she specializes in homemade handcrafts, including lye and goat milk soaps, body butters, and sugar scrubs. All items are handmade products. All items have simple ingredients and are vegan friendly. In a world where you can barely pronounce many of the ingredients in your everyday products, Mimi's Back to Nature offers an alternative choice for those who are ready to get back into nature. Ready to order? Visit their website at mimisnaturalpantry.com. All orders over $50 have free shipping up to 25 pounds.
Everybody, my name is Steve the Legacy, and this is a special shout out to my man Michael Finkley for the Michael Finkley Show. You know, I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your actual journey. 150 episodes, man. Congratulations to you. Thank you for allowing me to share my story. A black inventor from Philly, just trying to do my thing, trying to support my daughter and change my future. Michael, hey, keep up the good work, and I hope to see you soon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, my next guest, she is a fellow South Carolina native. She's an actress. She's a singer. Y'all, I think we family, but we'll talk about that later. She is Arischa Connor. Arischa, thank you for being with us today.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh, you are very welcome, and what an inspiration you are to me. I know to other fellow South Carolinians. If you can do it, I know that we can do it as well in following our dreams. So thank you so much for being that motivation. Sometimes people are like, oh, you're not going to do it, but I know that I can do it. Look at you. You are doing it. So thank you. Thank you for that. I remember a while ago, I was watching Oprah, and she said that being in front of a camera is like breathing for her. Is that the same case for you?
You know, being in front of it's been a process for me. Mm-hmm. And I say that because being in front of the camera for me is just me being my authentic self in whatever situation I'm in. And, you know, a lot of times when people start acting, they're trying to put on or be this character or be this character. So I went through a process, and I learned that being in front of the camera is just Arischa being authentically Arischa and just feeling free to be okay with me and okay to be my authentic self. So being in front of the camera is just natural.
And you make it look so good.
Thank you.
And so, you know, the world we live in today, right? Especially millennials, as myself, and I had to stop this thinking that success happens overnight. What was the process like for you?
Well, success for me did not happen overnight. It was more of a marathon. So I've been acting for about 10 years. And I've heard a lot of no's over the years, a lot of no's. But with persistence and hard work and more hard work, on top of persistence and hard work, you know, I've gotten to a place now where I'm just comfortable being myself, and also comfortable being doing auditions and hearing those no's, because when I hear those yeses, it's just like it's something to be, you know, lauded and be happy for. So but it is a process, it is a journey, and it does take hard work. It's not whatever anybody wants to do. I truly believe that if anybody has a dream, you can achieve that dream, no doubt, but you got to put in that work. You can't just dream it and think poof, it's going to happen. You have to put in that work. So if you have that dream and you have that drive and that persistence to put in that work and keep going, you can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Say that again like 10 more times, because we definitely need to hear it, especially in the time we live in, right? We think that this success happens the next day, or when we hear that first no, we stop, right? We stop. But as you did, and as I'm learning in this industry and as in this world, when we talk about our dreams, right? I get excited for the no's now, because I know that a yes is just around the corner.
Yes,
that is definitely on the way. So within your dreams, right? You're living in your dream now. How does it feel? Have you really realized that this is what I am doing?
You know, when I booked my first role, it was surreal to me because I had worked so hard. I had taken off. I was in education for 20 years, and I decided that I wanted to take a year off to pursue acting full time, because I used to tell my students all the time, you guys, you put in that work, you can achieve your dreams. And Miss Frierson, that's what they called me, Miss Fry. But I'm going to be that lesson for you in action so that you can see it. So when we went into the pandemic, and everything shut down, but it opened up a lot of doors, and it allowed me to take classes across the country with some of the top coaches in the United States. And I was just working so hard. So when I got that yes, I cried, and it was surreal to me. And let me tell you, the most surreal moment was when in the back of my head, I've always wanted to work with Samuel L. Jackson. When I was on set with Samuel L. Jackson, he was standing right there with me. It was like, okay, this is real. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go.
Let's go, right? Nothing can stop me now, because I'm already, listen, what's next? What's next, right? I love the way you said that how is that transitional stage? Because you are a fellow educator. I've been doing education now, I've been in education now for 10 years, right? So definitely understand that perspective. How has that transition been for you?
It's been pretty seamless for me, because my husband is such a huge support. Craig Frierson, hey, I want to shout you out. When I came to him with the idea of taking a year off, he fully supported me. So he allows me to be able to pursue my dream. And with him being there supporting me along the way, he's made it seamless. My family is very supportive. My daughter, Dinese, my father, who still lives in Florence, Charles Connor, my mom, Emma Carol Martin. Everybody's just been so supportive. It's like my village is surrounding me and supporting me, and it made the process seamless for me. Yeah.
Support is everything. It takes a tier that we never ever feel that we can reach, but that support, it helps. It definitely helps. So what has been some of your major roles that you favor present day?
Okay, so the first show that came out is Dope Sick, which is now streaming on Hulu. It stars Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, Will Poulter, and it talks about the opioid crisis and the effects of OxyContin. I really loved that role. All of my scenes are with Michael Keaton, and he was absolutely amazing to work with. You can catch that on TV now. My second role was in a new TV series that's going to be on Apple TV called Swagger. And Swagger is based on the experiences of Kevin Durant during his time in the AAU. So it was really a great show. It's so well written by Reggie Rock-Bythewood, who is an amazing creator, director, and it stars O'Shea Jackson Jr. You know, if you know Ice Cube, you know O'Shea. And it's really a great story as well. And I have another one that should be coming up soon, and it's The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray, which stars Samuel L. Jackson, who is amazing, and Dominique Fishback. I love her. And that, I'm not sure when that's going to be released, but it's based on the book by Walter Mosley that tells the story of an older man who's battling dementia and Alzheimer's and his experiences. It's a great story. I can't wait for that one to come out.
Amazing. Wow. I just want to say just congratulations to you currently and what you will be doing in the future. What is still that big role that you're looking for that will satisfy that current dream that you have?
You know, there's no specific role that I'm looking for. I just want to be a person that tells great stories. A lot of times stories, especially in our community, a lot of our stories aren't heard. So I'd like to be the conduit, that channel that tells the voice for our stories, that tells our stories in a way that gets across the United States, across the world, makes our stories international, so you can see us and as kings and queens. So there's no specific role now. I would love to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies because they're my favorite. It make me a superhero. But telling great stories is my number one aim.
I'm with it. I'm just waiting on it to come to pass because you already spoke it out there, right? So it has to come to pass.
Yes.
So being from King Street, South Carolina, and of course, talked about Mullins as well as myself, being rural South Carolina, sometimes, you know, as children, we are not exposed to areas like this. So what would you say to those that are looking to get to where you are present day?
I would say, I want to give a shout out to my students in Hopkins Middle School. That's where I taught, and that's a rural area outside of Columbia. I taught at Hopkins Middle for 2 years. And I would say there is no dream that's too big. Don't allow your circumstance to define where you're going. Whatever you feel, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, you can do that. You can do whatever you can dream up, you can do it. You just have to put in the work. If you work for it, you work hard for it, whatever you dream, it will come to pass. And I'm living proof that that can happen. I was born in King Street, South Carolina, and raised there, and then moved to Florence. So if little old me from King Street, South Carolina can sit here today, I'm right now in LA working on another project. I'm here living my dream. If I can do it, and I know it sounds cliche, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. And it's true. I'm the living proof. You can do it.
You can do it from South Carolina to LA, y'all, Los Angeles, California. That's where she is. Thank you so much for being with us. How can they follow you on social media?
Oh, please follow me. On Instagram, I am Arischa is a star. My name is Arischa. You put that in, it'll pop up. On Facebook, Arischa Connor, and on Twitter, Arischa Connor. So follow me.
Right, go follow her, y'all. Go follow her. I'm telling you, all the information in the description below. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing your experience in your words. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, thank you so much for having me. You are amazing. I love your energy, and may you continue to be blessed and take your platform international. I see that.
In Jesus' name, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Next, we have Keith Brown with us. Don't go away.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's been White Dwight Houghton Jr. with Dan Chappelle Talk, and you're watching the Michael Finkley Show on Roku TV and YouTube, baby.
Looking for a mentoring program for your young male between the age of 6 and 18 in Columbia, South Carolina? Well, look no further. Big Homie, Lil Homie Mentoring Program is the program for you. Under the leadership of Mr. Jamal Stroud, Big Homie Lil Homie is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that caters and mentors at-risk youth that come from single-parent homes. The organization caters to young males between the ages of 6 and 18 within the greater Columbia area. The organization is devoted to shaping and molding their life into great men of society. Big Homie Lil Homie organizes male gatherings, discussions, and even educational assistance devoted to guiding and leading them into a positive light. Making a positive attitude will help in transforming life regardless of what is experienced in life. For more information on Big Homie Lil Homie Mentoring Program, visit our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
To my favorite talk show host, Michael Finkley, congratulating you on 150 episodes of the Michael Finkley Show. Wishing you 150 shows more and much continued success. Love you much.
Hey, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, my next guest, he is an actor. He's a writer. He is Keith Brown. Keith, thank you for being with us today.
How you doing? Hey, listen, it's my pleasure. This is a very special episode. It's a milestone. Kudos to you, my brother. 150 episodes. You're going strong. I appreciate your hustle, your dedication, your discipline, your motivation. It takes all that to get where you're at. So congrats on that, man.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And we're still going strong, man. We're still going strong. And thank you for all that you do as well, because many people out there that are watching, they say they want to be like Keith because they want to go and tap into this arena that we call acting. But in your own words, Keith, how would you describe the craft of acting in your own words?
Ooh, okay. I'd probably describe it as, well, especially today's acting. Mm-hmm. I think the best way to approach it is try your best to become that character that you're asked to play while keeping some important parts about yourself. Because the way things are nowadays, people are really looking for the natural actor, just very natural. And the best way you can do that is to bring elements of yourself into that character. Try to somehow, some way, just try to make sure people can see you in that character, in that specific character. That's kind of what has worked for me. I try to break down the character. I read the script. I try to first figure out what they want. And then I say, okay, once I work on that, all right, I go, how can I put myself into that character, and bring myself out on screen. So that's my advice in regards to how to approach acting, man. Just kind of keep it as natural as possible. Mm-hmm. Put parts of yourself into that character while still keeping in mind what it is they're looking for and what that character, just kind of blending those two, I would say. Mm-hmm. Definitely important.
Gotcha. And that's valuable information, especially those that are trying to tap into the field, as you are doing. You're doing it so successfully. So when did you really realize that this thing we call acting that you do so well was a gift that you possessed?
Let's see. Well, I know as a kid, I always used to kind of pretend I was like characters that I saw on TV. Mm-hmm. Constantly, all the time. Honestly, though, it really wasn't something as a child I really even saw myself doing. Growing up here in New York City, it's kind of okay, I'm an 80s baby. Mm-hmm. So at the time of me growing up, I always saw actors around the city, rappers, singers. It was kind of like the norm. So basically, I think everybody who wasn't in entertainment, they kind of like they pushed you as a child. They pushed you to kind of like have that normal life, kind of like go for the bag. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer. You want to do something like maybe the military. So it really wasn't pushed. And because we lived around these people lived in this city, we saw them every day. So it's kind of like you could reach out and touch them. So for me, it wasn't necessarily like I wasn't enthralled by these people that I saw on TV. I had my favorite characters, but I kind of wasn't like, starstruck or anything. And I was like, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? And then again, the other part of that is my parents, where my parents, they're originally from the South. And then they moved up here to New York during high school. And so, they kind of had those old school values. It's like, no, don't do anything outlandish.
Right.
Stick to the program. All right. Work at the post office or if you want to really, if you want to go really high, go, be a lawyer, be a doctor or something. Yeah. So fast forward, man, I would say around 2011, 2012, I started bodyguarding. I had a corporate job, but I wasn't built for the corporate world. It just wasn't for me. And this was after I had spent 8 years in the military. I was in the Air Force for 8 years.
Thank you for your service, sir.
No problem. I appreciate that. Sure. So I got out the Air Force, worked a couple of corporate jobs, found out it wasn't for me, started a security company with my cousin. And within the first year, we were doing like clubs, bouncing and events. And after about a year, I networked, made a lot of friends. I started bodyguarding celebrities. And that's where I got my first taste of actually being around sets, seeing how everything worked. And one of the correlations to filming a show or a movie with the military is like it takes the whole team, like everybody on that team is responsible for doing something to bring it all together. I just kind of felt that very like that teamwork on the set. That's one of the first things I noticed. It was very relatable to like my time in the military. So, yeah. So then I started seeing how it kind of worked behind the scenes. And I'm like, this could probably be something I can do. And then, working on different sets, I would get approached by certain people that asked me. Actually, I would always get mistaken for an actor. They would think I was somebody on the cast. And I'm like, nah, I'm security. So they were like, man, you should probably do this. You kind of have like a distinct look, the voice. Mm-hmm. So the more I was around it, I was like, this was probably something I could do. So after about 2 or 3 years of doing the bodyguarding, I kind of like decided to kind of do something else. But what happened was there was a couple of things that happened in my life that kind of like, it did change my life. First thing was I split from my then wife. And the second thing was I wasn't feeling like myself. So, I worked out all the time. I ran, I ate healthy, but I just wasn't feeling right. And then after a few months of in and out of the hospital, I found out my kidneys were failing. Yeah, man. I found out I had a renal failure, and it was very fast. The process was fast, man. My first visit, they told me, hey, we got to really get a hold of this, or in about 7 or 8 years, you'll have kidney failure. About 5 months after that, I was already there. They were like, oh yeah, you got to get on dialysis. So
what caused all that?
They still don't know. And they're kind of perplexed because they would always run these tests on me. Everything else about me was healthy. Again, like, I used to bodybuild. That's why I was pretty successful doing the bodyguard work. I had the size, but yeah. So overall I was healthy, but it was just my kidneys, man. They were just failing. And so August of 2017, I got on dialysis, and it was a huge change for me. And the other aspect of that was I was expecting my son Grayson. Yeah, he was born in the same month. So I had my catheter put in to do my dialysis. 2 weeks later, my son's born. So now I have this huge life change. I have a newborn and I'm just like overwhelmed, man. And I'm like, so the next few months, you know, I was really I was in a bad place, man. I had experienced depression. There's about 4 months where I really didn't go outside. You know what I mean? I kind of stayed indoors, and I was not used to that. That was the first time I had ever experienced that, because I'm the type to where I'm going to push through everything. You know what I mean? I'm just going to gut it out, you know, and I've always experienced success because I work hard. I'm motivated. I'm disciplined. I learned that from my parents. My parents are very hardworking. You know, my dad was an entrepreneur. He had his own businesses. So I learned that from them. But yeah, man, I was in a bad place. And one day I just said, go outside and take a walk. I walked around for about 2 hours and something clicked in my head and said, try something that you've never done that you want to do. And during that walk, I Googled acting classes, and I came across the New York Film Academy. So like, you know what? I'm going to give them a call right now while I was on this walk. I give them a call. I said, hey, you know, do you guys have, I'm sure you have programs for acting. How's it work? And I said, listen, I'm prior military, and I did a tour in Iraq. So I have this post 9/11 GI Bill where the military, they pay for my college and they give me a stipend to live off of while I'm in school. New York Film Academy, they accepted that. They used the post. Yeah, they used the GI Bill. Dude, the very next day, I filled the paperwork out. You had to sit in an audition, 60-second audition, did all that. I got accepted. That changed my life. That changed my life. Going to that school every single day, interacting with all these students. My class, we had people from China, Korea, South Africa, Brazil. It was the best experience. So I did a year-long program, the Acting for Film program. Graduated in January of I started 2018 of May. January of 2019, I graduated. I graduated on a Saturday. That Sunday, I spent the whole day creating my own demo reel out of some short films I did while in school and some footage from school. By that Monday, I signed up for all the audition websites, you know, your Actors Access, Backstage. So I took no breaks, man. I took no breaks. I started them immediately that Monday. Got some short films. By July, landed my agent. By August, got my first network TV role on Manifest. So I've been off to the races since then, bro. This is my biggest thing I want to get out there to everybody. Life is gonna throw you some punches. It is. You can't predict them. There's a lot of them you won't be ready for, but the main thing is to never give up on yourself. That is the most important thing, because I'm telling you, man, like, you have to have this attitude to where, okay, this is where I am, but this isn't where I have to stay. And honestly, my train of thought, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I feel like this kidney failure put me on the path I'm supposed to be on. I would have played it. I would have continued to play it safe in my life if I had not gone through this. And it sat me down and said, life is so short. I need to, right now, while I have the opportunity, I need to try something I've always wanted to do. I feel like even that situation put me on the path that I'm supposed to be on, man.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. And the best part about this story for me is that you got up, you started moving, and you didn't stop, right? You kept walking, you kept moving. Sometimes in life, we give up. Right, as you said, you give up, but you kept moving, and it brought you to something that you really wanted to do, which is the amazing part about it. What are some of the things that you're working on now?
Well, let me start with there's a show coming out that I did for Disney, which was amazing. Filmed it out in California, and the great part about that is, that was the best experience I've had so far. And I remember I got done with filming that show, and I flew back to New York. I'm walking through the airport to catch a cab to go home. And I'm like, God, listen to me. This experience was amazing. Thank you for it. I'm ready for bigger things. I promise you, I'm ready for bigger things. About 4 days after that is when I got the call for a new kidney. 4 days after I said that, walking through that airport. 4 days later, I got that call. So yeah, I've had a new kidney since March, man. Yeah. So that obviously is my favorite thing, I've done. That's not released yet. It's kind of like fantasy based. I can't talk too much about it, but it's fantasy based. So it needed a ton of CGI work, post-production work. So they'll let us know, when it's going to be released soon. I just finished up The Equalizer. That was also fun. I had a great time doing that. Right now I'm working on finishing up a script. I'm writing a script based on my life growing up here in New York City in the 80s and 90s, which was absolutely crazy. So I've got a ton to work with. You I've got a ton to work with from the 80s and the 90s. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm trying to finish that up. So once I finish that, I'm planning to fly to LA. That's where my agent is based at. He let me know that there's a few folks that want to take a look at it. So yeah. So once it's done, I'm flying out there for about a week or two and, shop that around. So
that is amazing, sir.
Yeah.
You stay busy. I love it. Yeah. And you stay busy in your craft and in your passion. And I love that. And I love also that you're doing well. How are you feeling these days?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like I'm in better shape now than I was before, before the kidney failure. Yeah, definitely. My other passion is fitness. So I just finished my certification program to be a personal trainer.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. You have to stay busy, man. I've learned that doing what you love, staying busy, finding new things, it's what keeps you going, man. And it keeps the juices flowing. The more you stay into things, the more your brain will start to wonder, what else can I do? What else can keep me busy? What else can I accomplish? You got to just keep it going, man. I've learned that. That's the last 2.5 years have taught me. Stay busy. Try your best to do what you love. Sometimes you have to do what you need to do in order to do what you love to do. So I don't want to leave that part out. I don't want to leave that part out.
5 more times, sir. Yes.
Everybody watching, please don't be mistaken. There are going to be times where you got to do what you need to do in order to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. So that's a big part of it, but don't lose sight of it. Sometimes what you want to do, what you love to do won't come right away, but you have to be patient. As long as if you wake up every day and you're moving forward, even as just one step, then that's where you keep your faith. That's what you're saying. At least I'm moving forward.
We're moving forward continuously. We're not stopping. I don't care if we're crawling. You're still moving.
Yeah, exactly.
You are still moving.
And it will come.
It will come. It will come because we believe it's here.
Right.
And once we say it here, it has to come to pass.
Absolutely.
It has to come to pass. I love it, sir. Congratulations to you and all your success. And as we continue to live in our dream, people always say to me that, I'm living a dream. I'm living in my dream. And I know what that means finally because I'm living in mine. This platform is my dream.
Yes, you are, brother.
It's my dream. And I'm loving every second of it. What is your next biggest dream?
Ooh, honestly, beyond acting, ultimately, I would love to find I'm looking forward to being in a position where I can just kind of do more. I do dream about traveling and seeing different things and just, I don't know, being a bigger force in regards to helping just human beings, man. That's something I've always really wanted to do. I have to get, have to build myself up more, get more stable. That way I can allow myself to do more. But that's ultimately my goal once I'm older and I've kind of done everything I needed and wanted to do in these other aspects of my life. I just want to do a lot more kind of I guess charity work and, just really get my hands into those kind of things. That's also a passion of mine. And I really want to start focusing on that,
All right.
Yeah.
It's going to come, sir. It's going to come.
Absolutely.
I love it. How can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram. It's pretty simple. It's keith.g.brown. Got to get more active on Twitter. That's one of the things I'm saying. I got to get on Twitter. I have a Twitter account, but I do not use it. But I have to change that. Actually, my Twitter handle is the same, keith.g.brown. But yeah, I've promised myself I'm going to get more active on Twitter. But you can definitely find me on Instagram. I'm active on Instagram.
Yes, he is. And he'll answer back. I promise you.
I will. I always make it a point to answer back. I love interaction with people. Because just the fact that somebody took the time to reach out to me and say, hey, I saw this, I like what you did, or, your profile is pretty cool. Like, thank you for taking the time to do that. Absolutely, I'm going to interact with you. Absolutely, man.
I love it. You're serving others, sir. Thank you so much for being with us, Keith, and sharing your words and your experiences. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And listen, this was an honor and an absolute privilege. 150 shows, man.
Yes, sir.
This was an absolute privilege for me. So thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I have no words. Thank you. Back in a moment. Thank you so much.
This is your boy Kenny Lewis, and guess what? I'm here with my boy Michael Finkley on Roku TV and YouTube.
He'll always win. Why? 'Cause he's undefeated.
School districts, organizations, nonprofits. Are you in search of a new promotional products company?
Seegers Promotional Products is a Black-owned national company with over 780,000 products to choose from. Compared to other promotional products companies, they have the lowest prices in the industry. From pens, bags, shirts, they got you covered. They always remember that you are the customer and you come first. They always promise fast production and also fast delivery. With Seegers Promotional Products Company, you truly have the best. Check out their website at seegerspromotions.com and also on Facebook and LinkedIn.
And tell them Finkley sent you.
I'm Willie Williams, author of Ball and First of a Trilogy. And I'd like to give a special shout out to my homeboy, Michael Finkley, on achieving 150 shows, man. That's big. Much blessing and continued success.
Hey everyone, here's another Inspire Me moment in 60 seconds. Today's thought is, I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Now, why would you? You got enough to deal with and clean up on your own. There is no need having to deal with somebody else's mess in your space. So far, we dealt with you needing to go sit down, then to help yourself. Now, I want you to tell that distraction to move. Get out the way. Hey, I love you. That's all I got for today. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this message. Go out and make today absolutely amazing.
Take another look, relax, unwind.
As always, thank you for doing all the social media things such as like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share this message on all your media platforms. Even more, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video or an upload.
What up, it's your boy Cedric Edison with Said Speaks. Hey, congratulations, Mr. Finkley, on hitting 150 shows, man. Hey, keep up the good work, man. I'm looking forward to seeing 150 plus more from you. Big ups.
Yo, this is St. James, singer-songwriter, producer, R&B, baby. And I'm chilling with my man, Michael Finkley, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show. You can check it out live on YouTube, the RokuTV via the Greater Works Network. Hey, I appreciate the opportunity to kick it with my man, Michael. Make sure you tune into his show. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Let's get it, baby.
Can't you see that I just wanna be enough?
Need a little motivation. Timothy Clifton is with us every week on Mondays to get your week started with a little motivation, all here on The Michael Finkley Show. On the next Michael Finkley Show, you're entering the circle. Y'all, I'm talking about the Netflix television show. The Circle Mama is here. Season 3's Michelle Ryder. This lady is too funny.
It's nothing. So now every time I get 100,000 followers, I ask him how many does his little smart mouth get?
Next Finkley, Monday.
Hey, what's up? This is Keith Brown. I just want to give a huge shout out to Michael Finkley and the Michael Finkley Show. It was an absolute honor and a privilege to be on your 150th show. It's a huge milestone, something to be celebrated. Congratulations on all your success, and I wish you the best.
Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Thank you so much, Arischa. Thank you so much, Keith, for just spending time with us and celebrating with us on this awesome milestone, another milestone of the Michael Finkley Show. Best to you in your careers, and we're going to continue to watch and support you. Thank you so much for being with us. 150 shows, 150 shows. Y'all, I cannot say it enough. April 13th, 2020, I went live, literally live, from my parents' bedroom. Literally, one of their back bedrooms. I was living back with them in a very tough time in my life, depression and defeat. But I decided, God allowed me, He gave me the strength enough to start this awesome endeavor. And now I am where I am today. So if you're looking for that encouragement, if you're looking to start something that you've never started before, that you've been anxious about, that you've been praying on, that you are just sitting on, just do it. Just do it. I promise you, you will never know where you will be unless you try. Just do it. Just do it. Now, he wasn't wrong when he said that. Just do it. And you'll be surprised where you will end up. God knows I'm surprised. And the surprises just keep coming, y'all. They just keep coming. Thank you so much for joining us on this awesome, awesome celebration, to the many persons that came and congratulated us, and the many comments and likes and subscribers and all of you. You know, fans. I don't have fans, right? I don't have fans. I have family, and you all are a part of the Fink family. You're part of the Fink fam. So thank you so much. Thank you. And tell others about us and what we're doing over here, and just informing, educating, and inspiring. We love you. Thank you so much. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Michael Finkley Show. Ring that bell for notification. We'll see an email saying, hey, new content's uploaded. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And for more information about what we do here on the show, visit us at michaelfinkleyshow.com. And of course, RokuTV. Add the Greater Words Network to your Roku TV and watch the Michael Finkley Show there every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or on demand. My heart is overwhelmed with joy, gratitude, and of course your love. Thank you so much. Here's to 150 plus more. Because as long as I have a camera and someone's willing to share a story, you're going to see the name and hear the name Finkley. See you next time, and have a good one.